Tonight on Connections Live, we'll celebrate Indiana's 200th birthday and give you an inside look into the making of Indiana's torch relay. Coming up, we'll feature those who were honored with carrying the torch across our 92 counties. Check out the production of the torch. Highlight those who have filmed every step of the way. And take a ride on the bicentennial experience. Connections Live starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Connections Live, where we showcase ordinary people with extraordinary stories. I'm Sam Meyer.
And I'm Esther Sarah Bauer. Sam, tonight we have a really special show planned.
You're right, Esther. As you know, Indiana is celebrating 200 years in the making.
Tonight we'll tell the stories of over 2,000 torchbearers who represented their counties. We'll also take a look at what went into crafting such a special torch, Ball State students' coverage of this historical celebration, and a rolling museum of Indiana's history. So let's get started with our first story.
Select individuals were given the opportunity to represent their communities across the landscape of Indiana. Let's take a walk with these celebrated people and see what the experience meant to them.
I'm Judy Obet, the first torchbearer. This is a huge experience for all of us. I think in a sense it sort of answers the question that we're always asked all the time. What is a Hoosier? You know, what is a Hoosier? And it isn't so simple that you can just give a catchy phrase. It's a complicated experiencing what is a Hoosier. Because we're unique, we're a changing people, but we are united.
I think it is so critical that people continue to honor the history of what's gone before them. I'm so incredibly impressed by what the state of Indiana has done as far as putting this all together. And I think the thing that's so amazing is what social media and technology has done in order to continue to encourage people to be involved with their history. So many times people feel like history is, oh, that happened then, it's not now. But we need to be students of history so that we can continue to learn from what's gone before. And I think we need to honor what our forefathers and mothers have done, because we all wouldn't be here if it weren't for them.
In our next story, we will learn about what it took to make a torch that never loses its flame.
Purdue University students have been developing this idea for about 1 year now and utilized their technological skills to create something that withstood a 6-week journey across the state.
Let's head on over to West Lafayette and see what the Boilermakers are developing.
At the beginning, it was more of a design role. We kind of worked together as a team to figure out what kind of hardware we were going to put in the torch and what kind of software we would use to power the torch and the server that kind of backs it up. The casing that holds all the electronic components we designed, and it's 3D printed plastic. So we were able to kind of develop it in-house, make prototypes right away, and kind of figure out like, oh, this needs to be moved here, or we're adding this component so we can cut a hole here to accept it. I had a chance to just continue working, kind of developing the server aspect of the torch. The torch itself, I believe, is made out of aluminum. I think the favorite part was just the unique opportunity it was. Like, I mean, how many people can say like, oh, I made a torch that people carried around all across the state. Like, this is the celebration that it's 200 years in the making, and it's really something special. I mean, we got to go to the Capitol and we got to shake the governor and the vice governor's hand and really kind of see like the excitement in the state that, I mean, I've been living here for the past 17 years now, and I've never even realized how much energy and passion people have for the state.
Wow, Sam, I did not know that much went into making a simple torch, but I guess you have to go big or go home for your 200th birthday.
It's amazing to see how diligence and innovation can create something so technologically advanced.
To find out more about Purdue's involvement, you can visit their website at engineering.purdue.edu.
We've seen two perspectives of the torch relay, so let's bring up another one.
The media team of Ball State University traveled alongside the torch's path from beginning to end and provided the state with media coverage that captured Indiana's finest moments.
While students were on the road, those back at campus were keeping up with the coverage and developing a documentary that would capture the bicentennial as a whole. Let's hear from the executive producer of this project.
My personal role as the executive producer was to sort of manage the home team, get all the logistics straight so all the creative people can go out and do their thing. It involved a lot of coordinating just the crew and all the equipment, getting all the interviews set up. We've been able to interview a lot of great people. We've been very lucky. We've interviewed Karen Pence, we've interviewed Lieutenant Governor Eric Holcomb, as well as a number of torchbearers and historians and that sort of thing. So the travel team was a group of about 11 students, and they would go out over the span of 6 weeks, and they just followed the torch on its route. So the torch made its way through all 92 counties, and the travel team would switch out because it's tiring to be on the road for that long, and only, I believe, 4 students could be with the torch at a time. So usually it was maybe 2 camera people, one of the social media people, an audio person, and then our professor, Chris Flug. So they sort of were the ones who got to travel all around Indiana and follow the torch. And I know they got to meet a lot of really cool people and see how the torch relay has really just brought everyone together.
Now it's time to learn about the bicentennial experience.
This museum on wheels has traveled alongside the torch relay team to give each county a better look into Indiana's history.
Let's hop on board and see what's inside.
So I'm Trisha O'Connor, and I'm a content developer, like an exhibit developer. I've been doing that pretty good time. And I'm a native Hoosier. I grew up in the South. I went to school in the North, and I spent most of my life here in the middle in Indianapolis creating exhibits and experiences for kids and families and lifelong learners. So the Indiana Bicentennial Experience is a mobile traveling exhibit that's capturing and showcasing the best things about Indiana over the past 200 years, celebrating 200 years of pride in our land, our products, our technological innovations, and the people who make this state great.
Wow, I never would have expected so much rich history to be available to so many people.
Me too. I have yet to see this moving museum, but look forward to their second trip across the state. Make sure to check out their website at visitindiana200.com to see when they'll be traveling through your county again.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our special edition of Connections Live. Before we go, we want to give a special shout out to Professor Flug's immersive learning class for helping make this episode possible. That's all for tonight, where we showcase ordinary people
with their extraordinary stories. Thanks for watching.